Good morning, welcome back to Casa TexPina. It's Friday, which means tomorrow we're still working. Build day number 99 today. Tomorrow's gonna be a big one. Today, however, the welders are on site. They're continuing with the purlins along the back side of the house, the west side, as well as coming around the south side of the house here on the above the master suite. Over here on the side you see a couple of carpenters are continuing to form the fence posts, and they're going to be working these all the way across the front of the house today. Plaster coating still continues on the inside, and today the foreman is working with one of our steel men, and they are starting to fabricate the staircase going up to the second floor. So they're going to lay that out today and get started with that process. That may take a couple days. Let's see what else we got. Oh, up on the top floor in the attic attic media room, I confirmed with one of the labor guys, one of the masons up there. They are going to continue with the concrete hollow block today on the west wall for the attic room. So that area that's overlooking the backyard, that's the area that's being done today, and they'll continue those hollow blocks up to where they meet the rafters, or the trusses as it be. So as the guys get into place today and get going, I'll walk you guys around and show you what all's going on. So let's get started. Alright, let's get started this morning and find out where everybody's working at. Alright, we've got a couple guys here in the living room area that are prepping to work the plaster coating on the exterior of the patio. Another plaster coating operation here is continuing the plaster coating in the kitchen area. And back in the guest side of the house, we got a couple things going on. Mr. Chucks, our electrician, is putting in the switch work and conduit for the hallway half bath. And in the stairwell, the foreman and one of our steel men, Mr. Alex here, have already marked out where the staircase is going to be going, and they'll start working on this today. Currently he's chipping out the plaster coat that was put in over the top of the landing area, so they're going to work on that the rest of this, today, and this lower half of the stairwell. All right, let's go ahead and head back to the main part of the house. We got mortar mix operation out here. They are putting mortar into place for placing hollow blocks along the remaining portion of this fence wall, all the way up to the neighbor's post at the far end there. So we'll be digging out directly underneath his and make our post match directly to his as well. All right, on this side of the fence post, the fence line, they have already pulled off all the forms for the fence posts that they poured yesterday afternoon, and have already chipped those, so they'll be able to accept more plaster coating and mortar concrete. And today they're going to be working on the forms going across the front. Up above me, let me get back where I can show a better so they're continuing to work purlins today with the welders. believe they're going to work this entire the entire southern face here. That's what that looks like going on. And I believe that's where most everybody's at today. Oh, we do have a couple people that are out of sight. They are above, up in the attic floor, up in the attic's media room, and they are starting to place the. They're starting to place the hollow block for this back wall. The two pieces that are missing here and on the other side of the dormer window. So they're going to work those the rest of the way up today. All right, so that's where most everybody's working. As we get things moving throughout the day and other people show up, I will take you around and show you what all is happening. All right, checking up. Mr. Dominador is over here in the back, on the corner, southwest corner of the property. We're having to clean up a little bit of the base for the neighbor's fence post, because ours is going to end up going literally side by side right next to it, no gap in the middle. So ours is going to support his wall the whole way. So where he has the posts, we've got to clean out the bases a little bit so we can put ours right next to his. And we'll be probably making ours a little bit deeper at that point, so that it's able to support the weight. Okay, coming along, we are continuing with the hollow block wall on the fence. They are on course number 3. Between course number 3 and 4, they have the tie rod, hence the bond beam. And when he gets up to the top of course number 4, this conduit here will rest over the top of it. So that's what's going on this side. All right, now let me back up and get it where you can see. We are continuing purlins today. Today is day number 2 on purlins, and they are working the south face of the roof. So they're doing this whole south face above the master suite and continuing to work it. Every 60 centimeters is what the gap is, the spacing is on the top. And that's standard for long span metal roofing, which is pretty much standard here in the Philippines. That's what most people use. All right, so the engineer's brother-in-law came by bringing in lots of additional wood pieces. These will be for the parts of the front door and other doors within the building. I'm going to give these guys a couple minutes to start getting this all set up, and we'll come back. What I do want to show you guys, I want to come back here and look at what's going on with the staircase. Alright, so we've got the base of the staircase forms going up. So the next step on these will be to get this base piece up all the way. It'll come around, do the landing here, and shoot back up again. So that's what they're doing here. This is the landing, repositioning the rebar from what it was originally done a little bit too low, and now getting these put into place. I'll show you this throughout the day as this progresses. So all those big pieces that you saw them bring in are all parts of the front door. So we're going to have the hump over the top. This piece will be most likely be the bottom, and then you have the piece that's going to be side lights and transoms. So we'll take a look, see how this all fits together. All right, so starting to put the door frame together. Okay, these pieces are now going to make the side transoms. Ah, so they're not the when Miss Emie and I first looked at these, we thought these pieces were warped. They're not warped. What it is it's starting the curve. It's going to continue the same curve as the top. So what they put in there is a wood glue, and that'll help hold these, make sure these joints all stay together exactly where they're supposed to be. Okay, so the material they made this out of, this is a wood they have here in the Philippines. It's called yakal, Y-A-K-A-L, yakal. It's a Philippine hardwood. Very nice. The key thing with yakal is you want to make sure that when you put the wood in, that it is no longer green. It has already done some shrinkage. As you can see, we've already got some shrinkage cracks in the wood itself, so that's good. That means this isn't green wood. It's been aged, probably kiln dried. So you can see some of the wood putty that they've used to fill some of those cracks too. So this isn't gonna have a big problem shrinking and cracking as we go. Very hard wood, termite resistant. However, not termite proof. So there goes the bell. That means it's merienda time for most of the laborers. The guys here working on the door are going to continue since they just arrived on site. So we'll watch as they go along. Let me look on the other side so we can see what they're actually doing. They're putting the wood glue on the joints. As you can see right here and right here. They'll do the same up here on the top. Put all the wood glue in it to make sure it all sticks together when they put it. Good tight fit. Old school woodsmithing. Old school carpentry right here. Haven't seen this type of wood doors in the States in many years. That's some of the stuff my grandfather used to do. No, that's why I was mentioning earlier. They used to build doors like this. You'll see it in Amish country, but you won't see it anywhere else. In the woodsmithing, the carpentry on this is phenomenal. You don't see this in the States anymore. This is a lost art. If you were to get this kind of door in the States, this door alone would cost you thousands. So assembly was 1 week, and then curing was a month. Alright, so all put together. Sorry, I had to change batteries. All put together, the door frame is from where the door is going to go. There's a small line. They've got a mark down here to the top of the door is 2.25 meters, which equates out to about 7 foot 4 inches. And the width of the actual door itself will be 1.2 meters when it's finished. So that's right at about a 4-foot door. And then it'll have the side lights and transom across the top. Very nice. Talking with most of the guys here on the site, the yakal is very termite resistant wood. So hopefully all turns out well with this. And this is a beautiful door. Very happy with it. So back to what people are doing on the inside. We got Mr. Ben up here doing back on site now that he delivered the doors and door frames, and they're continuing with the plaster coat here in the kitchen area. We got our doors secured and covered, not going anywhere. And I'm gonna be a little dangerous and get over here underneath. Okay, you can see they're still working the purlins up on the southern roof above the master suite. So, moving along. View from the other side with the purlins going up above the south face of the master suite. These are moving along very quickly. Very surprised. Okay, and back down here, they just finished the 4th course of hollow block for a little ways. Still putting mortar inside, and the next thing is going to be the electrical conduit that Mr. Chucks is putting together now. And what they're going to do with the hollow block here is they actually chip out a groove underneath so that it rests. It's like a U channel, rests over the top of the hollow block, over the top of the conduit here, and all rests within it. What he's doing now is putting in or pulling out a fishing wire or a pull wire that they'll use later on. This is about an hour and a half after I showed you the video a little while ago with Mr. Dominador over here. Chipping out concrete's not an easy job. So this is the just a quick description of what the hidden gutter system is going to look like. So we go in from the truss with the roof material over the top. It will have a gutter that's hidden behind it, underneath it. So the top truss is actually still landing on top of the beam, but within the beam is a hidden downspout. This gutter here will be 14 millimeters wide, so not to scale. For all you engineering types and construction types, not to scale. 14 millimeters wide is approximately just a little over 5 1/4 inches. The 12 millimeter depth is 4 7/8, I believe. And then the rest of this is support from the angle iron. The engineer mentioned that he's going to have a tinsmith who does these hidden gutter systems on a regular basis come by and converse with the welders that are on site, so that they can work together and get their plan together as far as where they're going to cut the trusses on the top, so that they can build this piece here and it's all connected. Because he doesn't want the welders to get all the way ahead and get done and not have the cutout made for the hidden gutter system. So they'll work on that a little bit later this afternoon. That's what that is going to look like, going around the whole roof line. Anay bato. All right, take a look in the area here for the stairwell. Putting in the rough framing first. Apparently this is the foreman's forte. This is what he does really well. This and tile. So we're looking at these. So they're getting all this set up. We'll come back and check on this a little bit later. Every little step. Starting to see the staircase take shape. Let's take a look around the corner real quick. Okay, so that's the landing, and then it's going to shoot from here up. And you can see what the outline of the stairs are going to look like. All right, south wall. And they are moving on to the other plane here. They had a part here where it had a small hip in a valley that pushed back. Actually, this is the hip that came forward. This one, the other one moved back. So they're continuing with the purlins on the south face. They are cruising right along with these purlins. So as you notice, let's see if I can zoom in on part of this. I'm going to zoom in right here. If you notice, they are putting small chairs or braces up underneath to hold the purlins in place, give them a little additional support. Working in the shade on the forms for the corner columns. Those are giving them a little bit of a trouble, so they're working those as best possible and using the shade smartly. All right, let's go take a look and see what our staircase looks like right now. Coming to the back. All right, so staircase is moving along. Nice again. Hey owner, get out the way. All right, so this is where we're going to end up at. Looks like the stairs are going to end up perfectly going 19 centimeter, 30 centimeter run. Looks good. So this is just up to the first landing. As this keeps going, we'll keep showing video. All right, let's go see where everybody else is at. Okay, ooh, that was dark. In here, we've got the, there you go, the switch and the conduit going up. This is going to take care of the lights here in the hallway half bath. All right, let's go take a look back through the kitchen, living room. Oh, that beautiful big door. All right, the wall is coming along very well. They've moved down to the lower portion, and Mr. Anjo is working the top portion of this beam here, or this column below. So we're working the top portion of that column. All right, let's go take a look outside. These guys are still working the plaster coat of this back wall, and from back here you can also see they have extended some of the hollow block, just a portion here to get to the corner, and formed up the top bond beams. Let's see what's on this side. Yes, they have continued the hollow block. Hard to see through all the metal, guys, sorry. All the hollow block up to the truss, and then they will put a top bond beam rebar on top of that as well, and connect it through. Eventually, probably not today, but maybe tomorrow or next week, they will start on this dormer window, getting the walls up for it as well. Those are to come soon. All right, let's go take a look and see how this fence line's coming over here. Looks like they're making concrete, so that means they're doing probably the bases for it. Digging around on these sides. I'm gonna hop the fence. Won't be able to do that much longer. Okay, so we've got 5 courses of hollow block done today, and the post is in the same location. It is as close as possible to the neighbor, so we will end up butting right up to his concrete as we come up to the top of ours. So, and this will be the same way all the way down as well. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's look at the purlins up here, fellas. All right, south facing part of the south facing hip of the master suite is got the purlins in. They're starting to turn the corner here and put it to the main part, the other level of the roof that sits behind it. All right. The engineer did mention that we will have a tinsmith specialist coming on the site today to take a look and confer with the welders, so that they can collaborate and get the plan together for the hidden gutter system, because the welder hasn't done those often, but the tinsmith has done those plenty, so they're going to collaborate and get those going. See the outline of the roof already. The nice valley that's going to be right here. The two different planes where the hip comes out. Looking very nice. They're moving along on these purlins. Also moving along is the perimeter fence wall here. So I'm expecting tomorrow they'll form up these posts. This one, the one that's inside the bunkhouse here, and this one here at the end. They'll form those up tomorrow and probably pour those once they get the remaining 4 courses of hollow block on here. So they're working those. The foreman did say that once they get that completed, to where it's 5 courses of hollow block all the way down, they're going to end up just removing this part of the bunkhouse and set it up on the other side of it. So they'll just push it in a little bit. Let's go take a look back in the staircase, see how the staircase is coming along in the stairwell here. All right. Oh, nice. I got steps I can step on now. Very nice. Almost. Hey, I can almost make it up the steps. And they've already got these marked out along the sides here. Nice even rise, not too steep. Like I said, we're going with a 19 centimeter rise and a 30 centimeter run. Should be very nice when it's all finished. All right, it's yabba dabba do time. These guys are getting ready to go home. Busy day, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry for the very long video. However, there was just so many things going on today. I think I really wanted to cover how that door was getting put together. It amazed me. It reminded me of things that I've heard about my grandfather doing when I was a kid. So, you know, very old school carpentry that you just don't see anymore. Well, not where I'm from anyway, we don't see it. If you're around Amish country, you see it that way almost all the time. But where I'm from, around Texas, it's rare that you see that kind of carpentry anymore. Continuing on with what everybody else did today. Lots of purlins, made the turn. We are now on the east face of the house. The wall for the fence. We got a couple more posts poured this afternoon. And we've gotten the wall extended all the way to the neighbor's wall in the back. So we're connecting. We should be able to finish that piece up tomorrow and be able to pour that column tomorrow. As far as inside, let's see, we had plaster coating. Oh yes, we did stairs. We have the base for the stairs up to the first landing. Actually, it's the only landing. So it goes up to the landing before it goes all the way up to the media room. So we're getting started with that. I will show you that every step along the way over the next couple days. I don't think they're going to finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm expecting what they are going to finish is the base, just the base plyboard and wood along the sides for the forms. So that's the base of the form work. That I am expecting to get done tomorrow. And again, like I said, lots of plaster coat. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. Sorry for the long duration. If you want to see more of these videos, hopefully not so long, hit the Casa TexPina star right over here to the side and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen and you'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. And until we see you again tomorrow for Payday Saturday and some shout outs, have a great afternoon and God bless. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like,
subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.